Welcome to video 2.4%. Percent literally means per 100. So we'll be either multiplying or dividing by 100 in this lesson. Okay, so let's start off. So I've got example 1. So an iPhone 11 normally costs $799. For some reason it's at a discount, 35% off the normal price. Find the price now. All right, so when doing calculations, you typically don't want to have percentage, but a decimal. So 35%, the very first thing I'm going to do is make that be a decimal. And to do that, you could just divide by 100. So 35 divided by 100, that's going to be the decimal 0.35. You could also just move the decimal 2 places. Okay, so I'm just going to take 0.35. So for the discount, it's going to be 0.35 of the $7.99, and I did that calculation already, and the discount's going to be $279.65. That is not the price now, that's just the reduction. So the price now is going to be $7.99 minus that discount, $279.65, and I got $519.35. So that'll be the discounted price. Okay, example 2. iPhone 11 has a normal price of $799 before tax. Sales tax in our state is 10.25%, state and county. Find the total cost and round to the nearest penny. Okay, so what I'm going to do, again, this 10.25%, I'm going to convert that percent to a decimal. So 10.25 divided by 100, 0.1025, or just with the decimal 2 places. Okay, so now the tax is simply going to be 0.1025 multiplied by $7.99. I did that calculation, and I got 81.8975. I'll round later. Okay, so now the total cost is going to be that $7.99 plus the tax, 81.8975, and I got 880.8975. Okay, now rounding to the nearest penny. Okay, so the nearest penny is right here. I underline that. And then I go to the next digit. The next digit is a 5 or above, so I'm going to have to round that up. So, I'm already at a 9 there, so I kind of look at, what's after 89? 90. So if I'm going to round that to the nearest penny, 880.90. It's very important that you keep that last zero in there. Okay, example 3. Apple stock was $224 at the low point of the pandemic, and as of mid-July, it's back to $393. Find the percent increase and round to the nearest 10th percent. Okay, so what I'm going to do is for the formula, so percent increase is going to be the change over the original, and then I'm going to be multiplying it by 100. To go from a decimal to a percent, I multiply it by 100. Okay, so all I got to do is find the change. So the change, I'll do that over here. The change is going to be 393 minus 224. And I got 169 for that. So now all I'm going to do is put that change in this formula and be done. So it's now going to be 169, that's the change. The original is the old value over 224. So I'll do that first, and then I'll do the conversion to percent last. Okay, so 169 divided by 224, and I got 0.75446, etc. So now what I want to do is convert that to a percent. So I'm going to multiply by 100. So basically that's going to be multiplied by 100. And when I do that, I just simply move the decimal 2 places. So I'll just do that without a calculator. So decimal goes there, there. So now I've got 75.446 ... percent. And I want to go the nearest tenth of a percent. So tenth of a percent is there. I go to the next digit. It's not 5 or above, so I just make that stuff all go away. So my final answer will be 75.4%. Okay, 2 more examples here. Example 4. United Airlines stock was $90 before the pandemic, and at the lowest point in the pandemic, it fell to $21. Find the percent decrease and round to the nearest tenth of a percent. Okay, so percent decrease is just like percent increase, except things are going down. Once again, the formula, percent decrease equals change over original times 100. And again, that times 100 is going to be converting the decimal to a percent. Okay, so the change, this is the original. So the change is just going to be 90 minus 21. So I'll just write that down. So change equals 90 minus 21, and that's going to be $69 change. Okay, so applying that to this formula here, $69 change over the original 90. So I'll make that be a decimal, and then I'll convert to a percent and do my rounding. Okay, so for my decimal, I got 0.75446 ... oops. I got 0.7666 ... Sorry, wrong number. Okay, and I'll multiply that by 100. Again, I could just move the decimal 2 places. So 1, 2. So it's now 76.666%. And now I want to round to the nearest tenth. So here's the tenth. I go to the next digit after. It's 5 or above, so I'll push that underlined one up. So my rounded answer will be 76.7%. Okay, that's quite a drop. All right, last example, example 5. So you estimate your luggage to weigh 40 pounds on this trip on United Airlines. The actual weight is 38.7 pounds. 2 things. Find the absolute error, just the change, and then find the percent error, kind of like percent increase or decrease. Okay, so the absolute error, just subtract, and what I mean by absolute is just report the magnitude, the positive amount. So it's just going to be the absolute value of the change. So it's going to be the absolute value of 40 minus 38.7, and that's just going to be 1.3 pounds. Okay, that's not too bad. Now find the percent error. Okay, so the percent error is going to be, I'll just write the formula down here, it's going to be the change over the actual. So actual as opposed to original, and again times 100 to convert the decimal to a percent. Okay, so it's going to be 1.3 divided by the actual 38.7. So I'll do this calculation then convert to a percent later. And I got 0.03359 dot dot dot. I'm going to multiply that by 100 to convert it to a percent. Okay, so you could use your calculator or you could just do this. 1, 2. So I'm now at 3.359 dot 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 percent. I want to go to the nearest tenth, so I underline where I went around, and then I arrow to the place after. That is a 5 or above, so I push that underline up. So my final answer will be about 3.4%. Whew. So there you have it. A bunch of examples on percent, percent increase, percent decrease, and percent error.